Hey, Createaholics. I want to talk a little bit about something I've been thinking a lot about lately, which is self-worth, limiting beliefs, kind of coupled with manifestation. A lot of people have different viewpoints on what manifestation is, how to do it. Is it woo-woo? Does it happen just magically? There's The Secret, where you just wished for a new car and the car shows up. I want $1 million in my bank and it just shows up. There's definitely levels of manifestation that are a little bit far-fetched, and a lot of people have opinions about how to do it and what it means. And I think one of the main things that I'm analyzing and looking at as I build out some courses on self-worth and manifestation is we really only can manifest what it is that we feel worthy of. A good example for me is when I started manifesting in meditation, and with the concept that if you feel grateful and you feel an emotion for something, then the thing that you're wanting will come to you if you envision it. And you analyze your limiting beliefs around that thing. One of the things that we really struggle with as human beings is limiting beliefs around money. And I definitely have had my fair share of that. And it's interesting, as you do more of this work and you dive a little deeper into who you are as a person, what beliefs that you were told are acceptable when you were a child, what things you did to survive, all these different things, you have a belief around what it is that you're worthy of calling in or worthy of receiving. And I remember when I was in college and I was really, really struggling financially, like I would look at like $1,000 as a lot of money. And if you were to tell me back then, oh, just close your eyes and meditate and imagine $10,000 in your bank or $10 million in your bank, I would have laughed at you because it just wasn't something that I could conceive of at the time with my limiting beliefs. And as I've grown in the work around money, I'm feeling more comfortable with asking for opportunities that bring more in. And it really centers around doing the work around those limiting beliefs. So as we grow, our manifestation goals, they grow along with us. We have to imagine what it is that we want and then feel in our body and feel if that's something that you actually would feel comfortable with. Because a lot of the times we can manifest things, but we can tell a journal or we can say things in our brain like, I want this job. But our body is the one that tells us whether it's going to come to us or not, or whether we're worthy of it. So a lot of the work is not sitting there and just, okay, I want this thing, I want this thing, I want this thing. It's doing the work around, well, what do I need to look at in myself about what's limiting me from having the thing? So we can set lofty goals, but we really need to believe in our heart and our body that we can achieve those things. And it acts a little bit, for me, in my experience, it's acted like a snowball effect where you get the thing that you've asked for, and then you start understanding that if you're in a season, which I've talked about in previous podcasts, if you're in a season of fight or flight or a season of something really going wrong in your life, it's difficult to create the thing that you want. And what's needing attention at that time is whatever that is to get your nervous system calmed down so that you can come from a place of creativity, because manifestation comes from creativity, and creativity needs a calm nervous system. Another example is people want to call in a partner. And you see it where you go through a breakup and you're in that breakup phase where you're really trying to let go of the energy of this person that was in your life all the time, 24 hours a day. And you can't, in that season, sit there and go, this is what I want for my perfect partner. I mean, you could, but you need to honor this person that is no longer in your life, and you need to let go of that energetically, which I've talked about in the past, where you need to uncreate to create. You need to energetically let go of that person, grieve that person, take some time to self-reflect of why it didn't work out. How did you grow in that experience? What is it that you need to do to show up differently? And most importantly, and I've experienced this in the past, what did you ask for in your manifestation of a partner that you may not have wanted, A, or B, there's things that you go, oh, I really need this in a partner. I really didn't realize that that was important to me, but that's part of growing. Is as we grow ourselves, we grow what it is that we specifically need, and that changes. We can't attach ourselves to ideas and we can't attach ourselves to needs, because that means that we're stale and we're stuck. That's why a lot of people continually date the same person, because they don't look in the mirror and go, well, what do I need to do to be a better partner in the next relationship, and what it is that I actually need in this relationship. So I believe that manifestation comes in seasons, and it shows itself when you're in a state of calm, in a state of somewhat peace, because creativity, as we all know as creatives, sometimes you need boredom to create something. If your life is chaos, to sit down and create something, or create your most wonderful day, or to create the life that you want, to get the job you want, the partner you want, the finances, the opportunities to come in, you can't really create those from a place of true gratitude if you're in a state of fight or flight. So to me, I think it's really valuable to look at your self-worth and your limiting beliefs of what you were trained and taught, because if you have those limiting beliefs around money, or around being seen, or around getting a job, or it's not going to come to you because you don't feel comfortable feeling grateful for it, and the emotions are going to be overwhelming to the point where it won't come towards you. So whatever season you're in now, know that it's okay. We just went through a situation where we had an apartment that I've talked about in the past that didn't really work out, and I've let go of that. And now I'm in a stable situation where I have my studio and I have peace in my life. And for the first time today, just to share a personal thing, this is the first day that I started sitting down and going, well, what is it that I want next? I've moved through this season of struggle and season of fight or flight and sympathetic nervous system being on and not being able to really be in a creative space. And now I'm honoring that creative space, and I'm very excited to see what I feel worthy of, and then also look at the things that I still need to look at. Like what is my limiting belief around certain things, whether it's stepping out in front of a crowd and talking to people, or launching some of the business plans that I have. It's all these different things. Like, well, why do I feel like I don't deserve that? So asking those questions, but then asking for the things that I believe that I deserve. So go forth in whatever season that you're in. Know that it's okay, and honor that season. And then when you get into that beautiful creative and manifestation season, embrace it while it's there and go after the things that you want. Peace and love. Thank you so much for listening. If you're new to meditation, experienced with meditation, or looking for a new one to add to your collection, go to createaholics.us to download my free custom meditation, A Glowing Heart. It'll guide you on a journey with handcrafted music to bring light and energy to our most valuable asset, our heart. Peace and love.